Welcome to the Jones Middle Summer Reading Program. Do you dream of playing professional sports one day? Well, in the adventure fiction book Football Hero by Tim Green, 13-year-old Ty is ecstatic to find out that his older brother Thane has been recruited out of college to play for the New York Jets. Life has been pretty tough for Ty since his parents died, so maybe this is the break he's been waiting for. But then their Uncle Gus uses Ty to get insider information for his gambling ring, landing Ty and Thane in trouble with the Mafia and the FBI. Suddenly, the dream come true has become a nightmare. Will Ty and Thane risk their lives to do what's right and fight against the mob? If you enjoy Football Hero, Tim Green has many more sports adventures to keep you busy this summer. Julian Twersky is a typical teenager. In fact, sometimes he's a real twerp. He worries about keeping his title as the fastest kid in his grade. He and his friends shoot off fireworks and almost lose their eyebrows. He tries to help his friend win over a girl by writing love letters for him. And he sometimes does dumb things he regrets. Regret is a hard emotion to deal with, especially when he gets suspended and his English teacher asks him to write about the incident in his daily journal. Read this humorous realistic fiction novel by Mark Goldblatt to find out how Julian learns to admit his mistakes and take responsibility for his actions. September 11th is a date that is seared into the memory of Americans. The images of the terrorist attack cannot be easily forgotten. If you would like to learn more about this tragedy, read the nonfiction book Heroes of 9/11 by Alan Zulo. This book is a series of 10 stories highlighting heroes involved in the incident. You will meet Captain Jay Jonas of the New York Fire Department as he and his comrades have to decide whether to enter the burning Twin Towers. You will meet Colonel Philip McNair, who tried to save lives in the burning Pentagon. You will read about the heroes on the hijacked plane that crashed over Pennsylvania. When you read this book, you will come to truly appreciate the impact this event had on America, as well as the courage of the New York City firemen and policemen who bravely risked their own lives to save others. If you enjoy action stories like the X-Men and the Avengers, then the book Hero is the book for you. Zach idolizes his father, who is an undercover agent working for the President of the United States. But then his dad dies under suspicious circumstances while investigating a case. Zach discovers that he has inherited his father's special powers that make him stronger, faster, and more alert than normal people. Will Zach learn to control his powers and fight back against the bads who threaten his life? Do you love to do your nails and experiment with new hairdos? Then you will love My Life in Pink and Green by Lisa Greenwald. 12-year-old Lucy works in the family pharmacy where she gives makeovers to the teenage girls in town. However, the pharmacy is struggling to compete against the new chains. Will Lucy's mom have to sell the pharmacy and their house, or will Lucy's idea to create an eco-spa save the family business? The Emerald Atlas is book 1 in the Book of Beginnings series. Kate, Michael, and Emma have been in and out of orphanages since their parents disappeared. When Michael discovers the mysterious book and an old photo, they time travel back to a time when an evil witch has enslaved the village children. Can Kate and her siblings destroy the witch and set the children free? This book has it all: magic, monsters, dwarves, dangerous battles, hidden treasures, villains, and heroes. If you like the Narnia series, you will love The Emerald Atlas by John Stevens. Do you dream of growing up and marrying that perfect someone? But how will you know if he or she is the right person for you? Well, in this dystopian novel by Ali Condi, the society actually matches girls to their future husbands. Cassia undergoes the matching ceremony and is pleased to see Xander's face appear on the screen. But wait, why does she also see Kai's face? Was it really just a computer glitch? And should the government really tell someone who to love? Suddenly, Cassia finds herself doubting what her future holds and whether the society that claims to care for its citizens is really stifling basic human rights. What would it be like to come to school and not be able to speak to anyone? How would you make friends? How could you join a club? How would your teacher know how smart you are? In Out of My Mind, a realistic fiction book by Sharon Draper, Melody is not like most people. She cannot walk or talk, but she has a photographic memory. She can remember every detail of everything she has ever experienced. She is smarter than most of the adults who tried to diagnose her, and smarter than her classmates in her integrated classroom, the very same classmates who dismiss her as mentally challenged because she cannot tell them otherwise. But Melody refuses to be defined by cerebral palsy, and she's determined to let everyone know it somehow. Here in America, a free public education is a basic right of all children. However, in other parts of the world, children are not so lucky. I Am Malala is the young reader's edition autobiographical account about Malala Yousafzai, a teenage girl who lived in Pakistan. Because she and her father campaigned for women's rights and education for women, the Taliban attacked her school bus and shot her in the head. She was flown to England where she received emergency medical help. She recovered from her injury and continues to champion the cause of education for all people around the world. She became the youngest person ever nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Many refugees try to come to America to start a better life, and when they come to the U.S. and find themselves surrounded by strangers who speak a different language, soccer can be a great way to meet new friends. The United Nations has a relocation program centered right here in Clarkson, Georgia. You can learn more about this refugee relocation town in the nonfiction book Outcasts United, the story of a refugee soccer team that changed a town. This is the Young Reader's edition by Warren St. John. It tells the true story of Jordanian Luma Mufla, who founds a youth soccer team comprised by refugees. She brings children together to discover their common bonds as they adjust to life in a new homeland. If you like the TV show Once Upon a Time or the movie Ella Enchanted, you will love the fractured fairy tale Rump by Liesl Shurtleff. Why is it considered fractured? Well, if you know the story of Rumpelstiltskin, you know that he granted a girl a wish to spin gold in exchange for her first child. But there are a few more details that the Brothers Grimm left out, like how Rump got his name and his special magical power, and why in the world would he exchange gold for a baby? Along the way, you will meet some trolls and pixies and even Little Red Riding Hood. This book is sure to entertain you from beginning to end. Have you ever gotten in trouble for something you didn't do? Well, in the book Ungifted by Gordon Korman, the main character Donovan is constantly getting in trouble for things that he does do. But with his latest prank, he lucks out and escapes being caught when he is transferred to the Academy of Scholastic Distinction, a special program for the gifted and talented students. The only thing is, Donovan never passed the test to get into the academy. He takes advantage of his luck and joins the robotics club. However, can Donovan hide out forever at the academy, or will the other robotics team members realize that he is not really gifted nor talented, at least academically? All students at Jones Middle are expected to participate in the summer reading program. Be sure to fill out the reading contract and return it to your homeroom teacher by the due date. All books on the summer reading list are available at the public library and at local bookstores such as Barnes & Noble and Books for Less. The books are also available through online booksellers such as Amazon.com, Walmart.com, and BarnesandNoble.com. Once you've read the book this summer, be sure to complete the written assignment. The directions for the written assignment will be sent home with your end-of-the-year report card. The directions will also be posted on the Jones homepage under Student Summer Reading. This assignment will be due to your language arts teacher for a grade once you return to Jones in August. Summertime is a great time to read and relax and enjoy a great book. After all, reading is something you can do just about anywhere at any time. Have a great summer, and we'll see you at Jones Middle in August.